Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like. Indeed, here come the flags. Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. They'll try the left side. Turner, room here to run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground. And that'll make it 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Allen has it left side. Takes this to the 45. Not much. Space there after the nice move. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Watch him now, Marty! Marty! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
But looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead. And they have the football and will set up sharp at the 33-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They go play action here on first down. And they can't bring him down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Oh, this is a complete mishit. It's no good. Didn't even get it there. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Now this time he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a third down. The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
29.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Flushed out right. fighting to stay upright. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. On first, here's Washington. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
29.
On 2nd down, here's Carr going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down.
Get down. You ready?
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Monday down.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll go with a keeper.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looking to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Room to run inside the 40. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
7:34.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he finds Cook. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to.
And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. To punt it away on fourth down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep is Carlos Henderson. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. On fourth down, it's Drew Kaiser to kick for the Chargers. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Carr now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Desmond King making the tackle.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Shedding the tackle. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And this is going to be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing now is Carr. And this is Cook with a grab. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have moved out in front. The point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. The The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Set to return it. Here's Turner. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Let's see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up a throw. And the Raiders have got him. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll run it here. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
On first down, Turner. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Going up top. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here. Open man, it's Allen. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Sturgis for the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Raiders on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one complete to Virgil Green. There goes Green. Touchdown, L.A. Virgil Green, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents. and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
On the return is Henderson. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Well, he obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then curls back inside for the completion.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On first down, Carr. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders have moved out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look.
All right, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Marty.
They'll run on 1st down. Turner. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He'll look to throw. Allen has it, left side. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On 1st down, Turner, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
He's back to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be tackled short of the goal line. But there is a flag down. Let's see what the call is here. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hut! Hut!
They'll try and run it in. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. He'll look to throw, and he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Back to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. To throw his car. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Now back to throw. Pushing his way through, and it's complete. Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime.
Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play.